12 problems you need to solve to become rich. Everyone wants to be rich, but only a few people are willing to do what it takes to be rich. The rich knew exactly what they needed to do to get rich. There are no shortcuts to building sustainable wealth, but there are several ways you can become a billionaire quickly. Look at Bill Gates. He created Windows and made the use of personal computer easy for the masses. He solved a huge problem, just like Mark Zuckerberg created a platform where you can create and share anything with friends, family, and the world. Welcome to Alpha Galore, the place for those in passionate pursuit of luxury and wealth. Smash the subscribe button now and hit the notification bell to be notified when new videos are released. Most rich people make crazy money because they focus their energy on creating something that everyone wants and is willing to pay for. If you can solve a problem that bothers the world, you could become a billionaire in no time. Here are 12 problems you need to solve if you want to be a billionaire. Number 12. 100% safe firewalls. Practically every firewall can be hacked into. There is a lot of research going on in developing ways to make the system stronger and better. There is always a way to get around the security of hackers. Google has paid millions of dollars to hackers that tap into Google's security to check if their new systems are safer or not. However, as we mentioned earlier, nothing is impossible in the world of hacking. Therefore, every year the cybercrime ratio is going up and up. If you can develop a system to stop hackers from breaking through a firewall, you can make pretty hefty sums in no time, because banks and businesses around the world will be coming up to you for the 100% safe firewall. Number 11. The elixir of youth. Death is inevitable. But if you can find a way to delay aging, stop aging, or cure all illnesses, you will be richer than anyone on this earth. We are not talking about medicine or remedy to cure an illness. We are talking about the elixir of life or youth that makes people immortal. It may sound like something you heard in a movie, but if you can turn this fantasy into reality, you can make billions of dollars. Think about it. What would you not be willing to give if you could get to live even one extra year on this earth? Number 10. Predicting disasters and accidents. Every year, hundreds of people lose their lives when natural disasters occur. No one has ever predicted earthquakes and their intensities. The world has seen hundreds of natural disasters such as floods, tsunamis, earthquakes, hurricanes, and others that were responsible for uncountable deaths, disabilities, and loss of property. If the disasters such as the destruction of infrastructure caused by the force of high winds, flooding, or ground shaking can be avoided using a prediction device, every country of the world would be willing to buy the device with a blank check. Number 9. Extremely cheap desalination plant. Water is essential for life and routine activities. But unfortunately, the resources of fresh water are so scarce that millions of people don't have access to enough fresh water daily. But the oceans have 97% of the water that cannot be used because it's not fit for use. There are desalination plants around the world that can purify the water and make it safe for even drinking, but the cost these factories incur is huge. If you can find a way to use this vast supply of water with little to no cost, you will be awarded a lot of money. Number 8. Cheap solar power. Solar radiation is light, also known as electromagnetic radiation, that is emitted by the sun. While every location on Earth receives some sunlight over a year, the amount of solar radiation that reaches any one spot on the Earth's surface varies. Solar technologies capture this radiation and turn it into useful forms of energy. Solar technologies convert sunlight into electrical energy either through photovoltaic PV panels or through mirrors that concentrate solar radiation. This energy can be used to generate electricity or be stored in batteries or thermal storage, but they are expensive. If you can devise a solar system that is cheap and effective, you can earn higher profits from millions of people who would like to switch to this endless and free supply of electricity. Number 7. Minimize food loss. Every year, around 1/3 of the food produced all over the world goes to waste because of inefficient distribution and demand recognition. Food and agriculture is the world's biggest industry that produces more than enough to feed every mouth. The problem does not lie in food production. It lies in improper food distribution. If you can find a way to minimize food waste and make the food produced at one end of a country or world easily and cheaply available in another part, you can solve a big problem that has been bothering humanity for centuries. Number 6. House help robot. Imagine throwing a party at your place and then not worrying about the messy house problem that comes along. If a robot can do all the cleaning, cooking, dishwashing, and laundry, how easy will your life get? You can save a lot of time every day and come back home from the office to a tidy house and your robot. Robots have been around in the industries and even agriculture nowadays, but the dramatic effect of having them in our house doing our chores is what all of us want. Who likes to clean their house all the time when it keeps getting dirty on its own? People will be willing to spend every dime they have to get the luxury of a robot doing things they want to get done round the clock. Number 5. Weight loss pill. Our sedative lifestyle is making us fat. The Industrial Revolution has put most people on a chair in an office setting. Sitting for hours and eating unhealthy food is a problem for so many people around the world. It can be very difficult for some to escape the routine that is making them obese or go work out for hours on a busy schedule. The world is not the same as it used to be a few decades back. More people are dying of obesity today than those who died of starvation decades back. But if there is an actual, zero side effects weight loss pill that can help them with weight loss, we are looking at a huge consumer market. Number 4. Wireless power. How many times have you headed out of the house without charge on your phone because you were too busy to charge your phone or forgot to plug it in? It can be very frustrating to have zero battery when everything depends on our phone. Routes, contacts, car booking, and much more. Imagine a world where you are walking around and your phone is getting wireless charge, just like you receive wireless mobile phone signals. It may sound far from reality, but it might be possible to provide such a service to people who want it. If we start living in a wireless world, it will save the costs of wiring, half of the towers, and the service team. University of Washington engineers, among others, are now at work on harvesting existing TV and cellular transmissions and turning them into a power source. Number 3. Fast transport. Well, this one is a billion-dollar idea. What if people started using rocket transport for international travel, going, for example, from LA to Singapore in 30 minutes? They are claiming this will be a reality within a very few years. But right now, it is extremely expensive, time-taking, and ineffective. If someone figures out a way to make traveling on rockets cheaper, no one would ever take a 10-hour or longer flight from one part of the world to the other. Number 2. Food delivery through the internet. It may sound impossible to send a pizza through the internet, but who thought of hearing someone's voice or seeing their face on a screen? It may be possible one day to smell or taste things too. If you could figure out a way to send food through the internet, think of how amazing it would be. You won't have to travel the world for exotic and traditional food. You will be eating it online. Number 1. Plastic alternative. With the world declaring war against plastic, many scientists around the world are trying to figure out a cheap plastic alternative that is biodegradable and made from natural or recyclable materials. Some ideas such as green plastic, seaweed packaging, and others have been discussed, but they are not feasible, cheap, and practical, at least now. If anyone can figure out a way to end plastic from the earth, the world would be a better place. Every single country would switch to biodegradable plastic that is cheap, making you a successful entrepreneur and a rich man. What are the odds of becoming a billionaire? There are only slightly more than 500 billionaires in America. If you can get successful at doing something similar to what they did to get crazy rich, maybe you can create a fortune like them as well. Which other problems did I not mention in this video? Let me know your thoughts by leaving it in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, please smash the like button and subscribe to our channel to see more videos like this on a regular basis.